Okay. Hello, friends and beautiful people. Let's see who's going to jump on here. I'm finally live. There I am. Okay, let's see. Okay, cool. So hello, I finally made it. I'm putting out fires over here, figuratively speaking. Hello, my beautiful community. It is Catherine Massell, visionary thought leader, 5D visionary, elevated consciousness coach, and admin, fearless leader of the We Are New Earth group. I'm putting out fires for clients today, and a lot of stuff is, best laid plans, best intentions, and the universe is like, hey, we're not doing that today at all. Like, not even close. So knock that off the list. That's not happening. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Amanda. Hey. So I wanted to do this live at noon, and then it was 12:30, and then it's 1, but here I am, and here you are, and it's aligned no matter what. It's meant to be. So we're going to talk about a couple things here quickly. Mercury just went direct. Well, it went out with a bang then, Jeffrey. Hey, Marissa. So we have two things to talk about here in this space today. We have to talk about a new ascension symptom. We have to talk about resistance fatigue and what that is and why that is the impetus and the catalyst for our next live virtual summit happening right here in this We Are New Earth group. We have to talk about resistance fatigue as really a new diagnostic for where we are in this ascending New Earth timeline. And there's all kinds of new ascension symptoms now. I mean, we have it affect our spiritual field, our mental, our thought fields, our physical fields. Resistance fatigue is something that is really a thorn in the side of the light warrior. Those who are here as placeholders, those who are here to speak to a higher spiritual truth and hold place for that, hold light for that, hold codes for that in their cellular programming. Resistance fatigue, quite literally, is how do I say this in the simplest way possible? The feeling that you have and the mental fatigue, the brain fog, the wearing down of systems in the body, the wearing down of the fascia, the connective tissue in the body, from being in a state of resistance, meaning fighting the good fight, fighting to hold the light here on the planet for going on 3 years now. And where the light warrior may have, before the whole pandemic started, would be going in and out of being this kind of battle angel type presence, holding the place of light on this planet, where it would have been an in and out kind of experience, weeks on end maybe, but then having a break, a respite from it. It is a daily response to life for that particular placeholder, way shower, light leader here on planet Earth. Does that make sense? When we're in this place every day of, holding the light, fighting the good fight for the light, in other words, and it is a daily process. We will suffer the daily wear and tear of it, quite frankly, because our physical bodies are trying to catch up with our ascension bodies as we're on a cellular level remembering a lot of our coding that allows us to move into light body status. Our bodies, we're working with pretty ancient software and hardware here, so it's a hard catch-up process, right? Our bodies are trying to do the best that it can, but we are wearing this fatigue, and what it's doing is it is shrouding our gifts. and it's not allowing us to have the full filtration, the full the full, what I want to say here is, it's diluting our light where we might have before felt the fuller essence of the expression of our gifts. It's making us want to give up on our gifts a little bit. It is creating a shroud and a veil over our ability to channel. It is disrupting the coding. Those of us who are holding the higher light codes here for the planet. It is deadening that and shrouding it. It's not killing it, but it is not allowing the full expression of it. Oh, and solar storms are on the daily. The Schumann resonance is off the charts. All of these things are contributors, by the way, and they are symptoms. They're not the cause. And so this fatigue, this resistance fatigue, I'm calling it, as a new ascension symptom, this new diagnostic for where we're at in the New Earth timeline. Those of us who would recognize ourselves as being light leaders, as being way showers and placeholders for this planet, we feel very, very put upon. We feel unhinged, right? We feel undone by these energies and by what it takes to show up every day and be in this place of fighting the good fight for the sake of ourselves, for the sake of our fellow human family, and for the sake of planet Earth herself. Does this make sense? So this resistance fatigue is this piece that I've been sitting with. So I've been very candid about this in here since the last week or so of December. I've been very candid, very open, very raw, and vulnerable about the fact that I've been in this kind of dark night of the soul, and I'm just starting to come out of it and really sitting with this piece, because we never want to push away at the darkness. We never want to smash it down and say, you're not me, because it's a message to show us. It's a guidepost. It's a breadcrumb that always leads us back to self in our fullest integrity. And so in really sitting with this shadow over the last few weeks and being able to, not that we need to slap a label on it, but it helps me. I'm a Capricorn. I like categorization. I like compartmentalization. I like to be able to label my experiences, not myself necessarily, but my experiences, that this is what it was for me, resistance fatigue. And that it was contributing to me feeling like I can't fully channel my gifts. I can't fully access my skill set as a placeholder. I'm not feeling the motivation, the inspiration, the passion, the drive that I usually feel to show up in the fullness of my truth. Grappling with a little bit of fear, let's just say it, absolutely. And it's all been part of this that I labeled as resistance fatigue. Does anyone else relate to this? Right? Resonate with it. Feel it. Know it. Have it. It's really important when we come together, not only, to recognize this individually, is it important, but to recognize this in the collective and not just be able to label it, because I never stop there. If you've been following me for a while, I will always, on the tail of being able to say, here's what's going on, here's the symptom, or here's what's, this energy here that we're grappling with, whatever. I never, ever, ever am someone that just leaves it at that and says, well, have some fun with that. That's not me. That is not me. You should know this if you've been following me for a while. I'm always someone who wants to do something about it. I'm a problem solver. That's who I am. I'm many, many things, but at the core of who I am, I'm a problem solver. And so I love this group because, and perhaps many of you have been in here for a long time and decided to stay here, even though you don't interact very often. The reason why you're here and why you resonate with this group is because this is a solution-oriented group. This is a solution-based group. We are not ones to marinate and languish in lack, scarcity, fear, fuck my life vibes, victimhood vibes. That's not this group. It's never been this group. And I do a lot to curate and cultivate the energies in here so that it doesn't go to this kind of, let's commiserate about all the shittiness in the world at this time. That's not who I am. That's not who we are. We are New Earth. We are solution-based. And so from this diagnostic of resistance fatigue, it's really what has spawned and inspired our next live summit. Hi, Ramina. Hello, love. Ramina's coming to visit me. I'm so excited. My California friend, who I was so sad to leave, is now coming to visit me in Washington. Sorry to out you like that, Romina, but everyone should know how happy that makes me. So this is on the rise, folks. And you know, the resistance fatigue that we all feel, let's take responsibility for feeling it. Let's say, okay, I accept it. I acknowledge that this is going on. Maybe you're going through your dark night of the soul right now. Maybe you are coming off the heels of it and finally getting out of it like I am. Maybe you're not seeing the light at the end of the tunnel just yet. Well, let's come together and offer a solution. Let's gather our strength, our fortitude, our resolve to, even in the light of more restriction, more lockdowns, more mandates, more talks of vaccine passports, more ways, creative ways that those who would hold us back from ascension are trying to fleece us of our freedoms. It's time to come together, to rally, and create the space once again. Those of you who have attended when this group was, before the rebranding of We Are New Earth, this group was Global Acceleration of Ascension, and we had 3 amazing summits in here. If you were here, you were privy to them, you know how much fire and passion and inspiration was involved. I have a way of cultivating amazing members in this group and presenters who bring the highest level of their gifts, their support, their inspiration, their tips, their tricks, their wisdoms, their teachings, their ability to lead you through a guided journey. I have a way of cultivating and crafting the energy to bring you an amazing event. And better than that, it's fucking free. It's free. It's free. And I've said this every single time that I've offered this type of event, the free live virtual summit, that I have attended workshops, retreats, conventions, where I've spent thousands of dollars and not experienced the level of inspiration, support, wisdom, knowledge, camaraderie that I have in the free summits that I offer here in this group. I'm just saying. So those of you, I don't mean to be telling tales out of school here, those of you who have attended those summits, back me up here and give me some props, because it's absolutely true. And again, we already have ladies and gentlemen who are excited to present. I think I've got maybe 7 or 8 people out of 30. I think we're going to have spots for 34 presenters, if I'm not mistaken, maybe more. I've got people who are already excited. People who have already put my name in I'm throwing my hat in the ring. Put my name in there. Let's get it started. So the sign up sheet is up. And because of our great love of Facebook and how they keep changing things, it used to be a document that you could edit yourself. Can't do that anymore. So in the announcements, and it's pinned in the announcements in this group, you'll find it. Some of you might see it as labeled featured. Some of you might see it as labeled announcements. But the sign up sheet, the presenter sheet to be a presenter for this event is in the announcements. In the comments, look at the sheet, click on the sheet so you can see who signed up for what, and then pick your date and time and topic. What can you contribute to this community that will help people to understand that this is a time for them to really showcase and step up into their gifts, even though they might feel this resistance fatigue, even though they feel trodden upon as a light warrior and as a placeholder. That's not an excuse for those of us who feel like we are aligned in this time to bring the fullness of our expression, to bring in our sharings from a soul level, a deep level of our core truth, and help others to rise up so that they can wear the mantle of placeholder and way shower themselves. What have you got to contribute to this? What can you share? How can you bolster the members of this group, the people who would attend? And we always end up adding a lot more people into this group when we do a summit, so that's very exciting. We're going to have new friends in this group. What would you like to share? What is your piece of inspiration that you would like to bring to the fore from the deepest well of your heart being, your heart and soul being, your core truth? How do you want to help others right now? What will you say? What will you offer? I invite you to step up. Even if it scares you a little bit to present, one thing I can guarantee for you in this space is I am a fierce wolf mama for this group. If you're scared of going live, it's here in this group, so it's not being broadcast out of this group. And I'm fiercely protective of this space. You have nothing to fear. There's no bullying in here. I simply won't allow it, and I don't, this is, if you could think of a group being saged and cleansed, I do my energetic version of that in this group all the time. I'm a fierce custodian and steward of this group. This is a safe place. This is a place for growth. This is a place for expansion. There's no bullying. There's no meanness in here. So if it scares you a little bit to go live, please don't let that even be a factor. You are in a place where you are highly supported, okay? I'm missing some of the comments here. Let me see. I fought it for a long time, fully own it, and it helps to lift the layers. Yes, Romina. I've seen breakthroughs, activations, emotional releases, and total shifts happening for the participants and the presenters. That says it all. Yes, absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. There's always people who, find someone new in this group, find someone new to work with, because as a presenter, I encourage you to show off your wares. What kind of program? Workshop, offering, one-to-one service, healing, guided journey, meditation, whatever you are, hip to selling, to promoting, that's rolled up in part of the, being the presenter. So as long as you're offering value and something that supports our community here, offer stuff. Please do promote yourself. Let people know where they can find you. I encourage you to share all your social media handles, your website, whatever promotional offer you have. That's part of being a presenter, because it's not just the Catherine show for the summit, even though I will be presenting on 2 days. But I'm me. I'm the leader of the group. Of course I get to do that. And of course I get to promote In Alignment and Thriving Core program, which is going to start on the 10th of March. And I'm very excited about that. So it's part of being a presenter to be able to, get yourself exposed to new members that can be part of your community. I've seen so many people hook up in this space where, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for in a teacher, coach, mentor, whatever. And they find each other, and then they're lifelong friends, and they've, forged new members in their community and forged new friendships as well. That always happens in this summit. You get an amazing 3 days of content because all the presenters get to present for 30 minutes. And what you can pack in 30 minutes can be really quite surprising sometimes. You get amazing content from amazing people at all stages of their path. Some people are business owners, some people are just placeholders and they offer a guided journey. Some people are just here to discuss something from their journey that helps to elevate your process of spiritual awakening and spiritual growth. I mean, there is something for everyone in this summit. That's the way it is every time. Yes, I'm so excited for the summit. Love the topic, direction, inspiration too. So perfect. Thank you, Kristen. And Kristen's going to be a presenter. I hope that Ramina is going to be a presenter. Some other people here, I don't know if they're going to be presenters or not. Jacob, who I think was watching here for a second, is going to be a presenter. You're going to love his energy. We're going to have some new faces in here presenting, and then some people who have been presenters with us since the beginning, since we were Global Acceleration of Ascension. So this is a time to also let, if you have your own group, if you have your own community, let people know about this. Share the good word. Pretty soon I'm going to be creating something on my personal page. So if you follow me on my Catherine Massell page, you'll be able to share information about the summit from there. But please invite people from your community. This is totally free. 3 days of amazing free content, around 10 to 12 presenters every day for 3 days. And it's going to be February 25th, 26th, and 27th. So very timely, very aligned. I'm super excited. This was just, when I got the hit that like, okay, now's the time to do it. You got to do it in February. I didn't even know if I was going to do another summit again, to be honest, because the way I was feeling was so funky for the last month plus. But now I'm rising up out of that cloud again and feeling very inspired, very lit up. You can probably tell from my talk. So if you are interested in being a presenter, all you need to do is go into the featured posts in this group, find the sheet, click on it, see what times are available, see what works with your time zone. All the times are listed in Pacific Standard Time, okay, for the presentation times. So there's a link to the world clock, so you can find your specific time zone and what time slot works for you. I ask you to, I know there are some people in here who are profiles instead of names. I need your name. You can include your profile too, like Michelle Joy, who's going to be a presenter. Her profile name is Sovereign Souls. I need your name, okay? Because when I create the full list and schedule of events and presenters, I need your name. And I need your topic. So please put it in the comments. I wish you could edit the document yourself. You can't, so I'll have to do it for everyone. There might be some conflicting times because it's all first come, first serve. So I'll get back to you if that time slot isn't available. But everything is first come, first serve. So you got to let me know right away what you want to sign up for. If you don't have your topic right now, that's okay. But I will need it by the 13th of this month. So that, awesome, Jacob. I'm so excited that you're going to present. Thank you. Because your energy is just phenomenal. The 13th is the deadline to give me your topic, because that's when I will create the full schedule of events, because hopefully I'll have most of you signed up by then. And if not, and I know you're destined to be a presenter, I will probably hunt you down and ask you. So I'm excited. I'm super, super lit up. I am tuned into this in such a big way. I hope that you guys are too. You have 30 minutes to present. You can present on anything as long as it brings value, support to this community. You're welcome to promote yourself. You're welcome to create. Before we begin the event, I always have all the presenters do an intro post with all of your links and whatever, so people know and can get excited. You can talk about your topic in that post and get people excited to show up for your live presentation. It all takes place here in the group. So when it's your time to go live, I ask that you know who is coming after you, if you have a presenter after you, so that you can introduce the next presenter. You have 30 minutes. I invite you to please make sure that you are good with your time so that you don't go over and go into someone else's time slot. Everybody's always really good about that. And you go live right here in the group, easy peasy, at your set time slot. And then everyone has the ability to, download their presentation. A lot of people download their presentation once it's recorded here in the group and put it on their YouTube page, embed it in their website, whatever they want to do. So that's very cool. Very exciting to have that. So I think that's all I wanted to say. I'm super excited, you guys. Thank you so much in advance for those of you who want to be presenters and those of you who want to share with our community. From my heart to yours, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lots of love and light. And there'll be more excitement and build up to the summit this month for sure. So wishing you love and peace. Bye-bye.